All right, here's what we are designing, guys. Okay, drop down. All right, I hover on this. Okay, we are designing this one right here. Okay, hover effect and a drop down menu, hover effect and a drop down menu. So here's what we are going to design today. Come back to class. So from the previous class, we designed this page right here, and I promise to add effects to it in the next class, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm fulfilling my promise. And when I said effect, I meant adding components and variants to our design. And today we are going to add just a hover effect and a drop down menu to this design. All right, and we are going to do that effect on the nav bar right here. Okay, now what is a hover effect? For you that don't know, a hover effect is also known as a mouse over effect. All right, it's a visual change that happens when a user moves their mouse pointer over a specific element on a web page or in an application. Most times it is more on web pages. All right, so I have a website here to further explain what a hover effect means and a drop down menu. So you can see this nav bar here. When I hover my mouse pointer on this nav bar here, home right here, right, you can see the change happening right there. Okay, you can see the change happening right there. So when I click on this one right here, you can see the drop down menu and the hover effect on it. All right, so that is what a hover effect means, and you can add it on any component at all. You can add it on text, on pictures, on anything you want to add. So first of all, I'll go over here and select this text. I'll take it outside my frame, and of course we are starting from simple to complex. All right, you have a whole bunch of drop down menu out there. All right, different types of drop down menu, but of course you have to go from simple to complex. So when I have my text right here, the first thing I will do is I will use my auto layout. And how do I add my auto layout? I would press my Shift A on my keyboard. Shift A for Apple, right? A for Apple, A for alphabet. So I'll press my Shift A on my keyboard first. All right, that's what I'll do. Then I'll go ahead and increase the padding. All right, I'll increase the horizontal padding. All right, just left click, hold and slide. Okay, I think I'm cool with that. And I'll increase the vertical padding to just a little bit, like so. Cool. Then I can, okay, sorry. Cool. Then what will I do next? I'll go ahead and add fill to this. All right, I'll add fill to it, and I'll come to my layout, to my layer, right? I'll click on this layer, right? Make sure my text color inside home, I'll change it so that it will be visible, since I'm using white color on white, right? Okay, so I think I am okay with that. So what do I need to do next? I'll go over to my design panel, right? I'll come here and make create component. All right, create component here. All right, let me come and see and show you another way to do that. Right click on that frame you just made, right click, and come here, see create component. All right, create component. So what do I do next? I'll go ahead and add variant. All right, variant is I made a video on introduction to Figma already, so you can go to my channel, you can go to other videos I've posted and watch introduction to Figma, and you see how variants and components works. But then, just to explain again, variant is to make another instance of this component we just made right here. Okay, so I'll click on add variant. Cool, so I just added on that variant now. So then I'll go ahead and hide this color here, okay, because we want to make the default state and the hover state different, so that people can see that, okay, users can see that, okay, yeah, they've actually made some changes on this thing. All right, and most times the hover effect actually lets you know that, okay, this component is meant to be clicked. All right, so I'll go ahead and hide this fill color. Okay, I'll hide this fill color, and then I'll change this text. All right, I'll change this text to white too. Okay, so I'm going to change it to white, guys. Okay, I'm going to change it to white. Okay, then what do I need to do next? I'll go over to my prototype. All right, prototype, and click on this frame. Okay, click on this frame, and hold down my prototype button right here, drag it over to this next frame. Okay, let me do that again. So you can drag from anywhere, you can drag from any point at all. So drag over to this next frame. Okay, and the trigger is going to be while hovering. Okay, remember we are working on hover effect. Then my animation, I want to use smart animate. Okay, I want to use smart animate. Then of course I'll use Gen 2. You can use any curve of your choice, but I want to use Gen 2. Then my duration, I want to do 150 milliseconds. All right, cool. Then how do you access the component you just created? You go back to your assets, right? Go to assets. All right, yeah, go to assets, and if it's not showing right here, just click on this point right here, this library and settings. Make sure you have your local assets selected. Okay, then I'll select this, right, and drag it over on my design. Okay, drag it over on your design. Cool. So I have this one right here. So let me go ahead and preview first for us to see. Okay, let me go ahead and preview. All right, so let me refresh that. So when I hover on this, right, you see that when I hover, you see what's happening right here. Okay, so that's cool. So I want to add more of this, so I'll left click and hold on this and make another. Sorry. So I'll go back to my design. Okay, go back to my design, tap on that. Okay, left click and hold and make another instance. All right, make duplicate for this, and I'll go ahead and make another duplicate again for this. Okay, I'll drag it down. Remember we had about us, so I want to edit this one right here. Double tap till it selects. I'll edit it to about us. Okay, and I'll come here to select, say, services. Is that spelling? Okay, so services. All right, cool. So we have that. So by the time I go back, okay, I'll have to align this now by just created. So I have this one selected already. I'll hold on my shift. All right, left click, hold down my shift, left click. Sorry, let me do that again. Hold down this one, hold down this one, hold down shift and left click. Okay, then I'll come over to my alignment panel right here. Okay, I'll click on this menu right here. I'll do distribute horizontal spacing. I started to give it the same pixel horizontally. So watch, you see that. Okay, so we have the same pixel across board. So let me go ahead and preview again and see what we're going to have. Okay, preview. Remember we are starting from simple to complex. All right, simple to complex. So when I hover on them, see what is happening, right? When I hover on them, see what is happening. When I hover on them, see what is happening, guys. So now let's add drop down menu to services. Okay, let's add drop down menu to services. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this. Okay, I'm going to select this one again. Okay, select this one right here. All right, then I am going to go ahead and duplicate it like so. Hold down my alternate, right, left click, hold, and duplicate, right, left click, hold, and duplicate, make another one, left click, hold, and left click, hold them alternate, right, and duplicate. Okay, now what am I going to do now? I'm going to select everything right here. Okay, hold down my alternate, sorry, hold down my left click, hold and drag. Okay, then I'm going to right click. All right, sorry, select again. Okay, so I'm going to right click and make frame. Where is make frame, make frame, make frame? Someone show me, right? Okay, make frame selection, sorry, frame selection. So I'm going to left click on that. All right, so I have a frame now. So I want to edit these guys. So let me double tap on this one, and let me tap on that test till it selects, and let me say strip strip club. Is that the spelling of strip club? Let me do DJ, right? Let me do casino. Let me do events, just it's a design. So events, all right. So this is what I'm going to do right now. So I'll select this frame, all right. I want to link these services, all right, to this frame, because by the time I click on services, I want a drop down menu to come down right here. So I'll click on services. Okay, click on services, go to my prototype, click on prototype. All right, I will draw my wire, my prototype wire, right, draw it over to this frame. Right, make sure you are drawing over to the entire frame and not just a particular text. All right, so I'll go ahead and tap. Trigger will be click. All right, action should be open overlay. All right, open overlay. Okay, then I'll go ahead. My position should be manual. Yeah, manual. Okay, once I click manual, you are going to see this frame made here come all the way here. So I'm going to drag it down. I'm going to drag it down and give it a little bit of spacing. All right, drag it down like so. Cool. Then I'll make sure I'll click on close when clicking outside. So I'll click on this. Cool. Then my animation, I want to use dissolve. Okay. Then I want to use gentle and smart animate. Sorry, gentle. I want to do 150 milliseconds. Okay, I think that's too fast. Let me do 200 milliseconds. Okay, cool. So by the time I preview, let's see what's going to happen. Tap on my artboard and I want to preview. Okay, let me preview and see. So I will refresh this. So by the time I hover, click, I have this. Very cool, guys. All right, see, I have this. See, we have a drop down menu. All right, we have hover effects. All right, so we have smooth, simple. Like I said, we are going to go on simple to advanced. All right, we have my hover effect and my drop down menu. All right, as you can see, by the time I hover on this one right here, you are going to see my mouse pointer change to a finger. That shows that I am meant to click that. Right, cool. Then when I hover, I have this one right here. So you can decide to use any color of your choice. All right, any color of your choice. So here is how to make hover effects and a drop down menu, guys. How to make hover effects and a drop down menu. Okay,